guys play. Who are some of those coaches now that you see as far as in, you know what, this is going to be one of those games, guys. Bring your stuff. This team ain't gonna quit. I know how they play. I know that coach. I know the program. Who are some of those programs and some of those coaches that you are like not necessarily your rivalry, but some of those coaches that you know it's about to be one of them battles, guys. Bring it.
Dion, I'm gonna just answer that question more from a general standpoint.
Hmm.
I think that the Detroit Public School League, people remember how it was in the 80s and 90s, early 2000s, and sometimes people, want to perceive it to be not that anymore. And
Mm.
we seeing some of the same challenges that a lot of public schools are across the country, not just in Detroit. And I'm just gonna say that it's a few teams that you need to bring it against, and I'm just I'm gonna shout out the PSL.
Mm.
That's I'm gonna say, that in order for you to win a championship in the Detroit Public School League, you're going to be challenged. It's always going to be toughness. It's going to be physical and mental toughness across from you. And we lift weights religiously. We run cross country religiously. We train religiously, and it's always going to be one possession games, and it's going to challenge your manhood in the PSL. So I'm going to say if it's a public school league matchup, eventually you're going to have to bring it.
Okay. Cause so like so when you talk about public school, is that like the PSL where like a lot of people say that guys are going over to Catholic schools or going across wherever to suburban schools. So why do you think that's the case in some cases, and why do you think the PSL is still here?
Well, I think it's case by case. I don't want to generalize why. People are doing what they think is best for their children. You can't knock them for doing that. But the PSL is still here. PSL is not gonna go anywhere.
Mm.
I think that we've had probably two or three of the last Mr. Basketballs in recent history. We had Pierre Brooks won Mr. Basketball, Chauncey Willis won Mr. Basketball, Darius Acuff was a Max Preps Player of the Year. Sometimes people think that going across 8 Mile might be better, and that might be better for them, but that's not gonna stop our success. We're gonna be who we are.
Mm. Coach, talk that talk. Coach, I mean, just from talking to you right now, I love your demeanor. I love the way the way I'm learning something just by how you're speaking very, very fluently, and I'm just learning something from just being around you, just from this few minutes already. So, take us back to where did you grow up, and what was life for you like as a kid?
I grew up over by University of Detroit, 6 Mile Livernois area, in the 80s,
Mm.
and it was different back then. The city was booming. We had over 1 million people, maybe close to 2 million people, and